Let me share with you how I made this healthy fresh party jollof rice. No frying needed. Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. We are going to prepare our protein for this recipe and we are using turkey. Gently add your turkey in the pot. Add all your seasonings. We are adding all-purpose seasoning, paprika, meat seasoning, rosemary leaves and thyme. No seasoning, chopped onions, add a little water and cover and allow to cook. We're going to be preparing our onions, shallots, ginger garlic, tomatoes, red bell peppers and scotch bonnets. And we're going to blend and put aside. You don't want to blend your tomatoes too smooth. After that, we're going to dice our onions and the rest of them and keep aside for our turkey. We're using exactly 5 cups of rice for this recipe. You can always adjust to your preference. We've been checking our turkey regularly, but after 15 to 25 minutes, our turkey is done. Transfer all the turkey in the tray and grill in the oven. In an empty pot, add some bell peppers without oil. We're going to leave some for the turkey. Stir for about 1 to 2 minutes. Add blended tomatoes. We are still leaving some for the turkey. Mix to combine. We're going to be adding our chopped onions and we're going to stir for about a minute or two. At this point, we're going to be adding oil, and I'm using my leftover oil for this recipe. And we're going to give it a good mix. This time we're adding blended onion, shallots, ginger and garlic. And stir well. After about 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to be adding our spices. Seasoning, paprika, dry pepper, curry and rosemary leaves, no seasoning, curry, jollof seasoning, and calabash nutmeg. Mix well. We're going to scoop out some, which we'll be using later. At this point, we are adding our washed rice. And we are going to mix thoroughly. You want to continue to stir for a few minutes and allow to toast if possible. You can see the water has dried, and that's exactly what we want. At this point, we are going to be adding our stock. And you want to be careful adding this so that you don't add more than you need. I'm adding more stock, and we are using sieving method for this. Add little water. You want to take your time and combine this really well. At this point, we haven't added any salt, as some of the ingredients contain salt. Sprinkling a little bit of salt, and I'm giving it a good mix. Mix, 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 mix. That is it. I'm going to be covering the pot with 1 or 2 sheets of foil. This will allow the rice to cook to steam without needing to add any other water. You can add water if necessary. Lower the temperature and check regularly. Our turkey is done. Back in the pot after 15 to 20 minutes. Ooh, look at that. The aroma in my kitchen is irresistible. We are adding butter. And finally, we are going to add a little bit of crayfish. And we are going to cover again with foil for about 1 minute or 2. We're preparing our bomo. Wow. Finally, we are going to stir this one more time and put aside. Our rice is done. This is correct, fresh party jollof rice. In an empty pot, we are going to prepare our sauce. We're adding some oil. I'm adding onion mix I blended earlier. And I'm going to give this a good mix. Allow for a minute or 2. Add chopped onions. And I'm going to stir. And after that, I'm going to be adding bell pepper and tomatoes that we blended earlier. And I'm going to give this a good mix. We're going to allow for 2 to 5 minutes. And we're going to be adding paprika, seasoning, and the rest of them. And after that, I'm going to stir to mix everything together. And I'm going to be adding our cooked bomo, giving it a good stir. After 1 or 2 minutes, you can see how this looks. We're going to be transferring our turkey in the pot. And we're going to give it a good mix. That is it. I'm just adding back the sauce we took out earlier. If you have watched till this moment, thank you so much. And let me know where you're watching from so that I can give you a shout out. Thank you so much, and this came out so good and delicious. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on my page, and I will see you all in my next one. Stay blessed. Bye bye. Bye, lovelies.